and welcome to the channel, welcome back to another edition of Pokemon Thursday, the day of the week where we like to get knee deep down and dirty with Beyblades. That's Beyblade. That is the Beyblades. I thought I sang the wrong song. Just off camera, me and the dog have had an epic battle and he scratched the shit out of my eye. You can't see it. I'm okay. I'm gonna be okay. I ain't gonna cry. Yes, if you're not sick of it already, you're gonna definitely be sick of it because I know for a fact that at least the next two videos are all gonna be continuations of our favourite Pokemon of every type. That's right, visuals. We're doing it again. We'll continue this list because why? I'm having so much fun with it and it's fucking easy to do. It's easy. Instead of sat there thinking for ages, right, what Pokemon Thursday video? We're going to just carry on with this little mini-series. I've started off so many mini-series and I haven't completed so many mini-series, but this is one that we will do to completion. And then we'll look at what we need to continue doing. I haven't done any OG Retro TCG set reviews in a while. Maybe we should do one of them soon enough. But anyway, today, visuals, it is my 10th favourite. Who have we even got? It's my rock favourite Pokemon. My rock favourite Pokemon? My favourite rock-type Pokemon. So let me know yours in the comments below, visuals. And here we go. We'll just jump straight into it because I already take up enough of your time. Let's take a look at my 10 favourite rock-type Pokemon. Number 10 is Dwayne. Not really. Is he actually? Number 10, we're going with somebody that appeared on the water type list. It is Dreadnought. Yes, for many of the reasons that we said in the water video and why he was on the list, because he's a big, derpy, big George stupid boy. When he goes into his big, even more derpy inside of his shell, angry derpy boy, love him even more. But Dreadnought's such a fun Pokemon. I liked Chuto, and then when it evolved into this big, stupid, big George dickhead, I fell in love with it even more. I've used many a Dreadnought on my playthroughs of Sword and Shield, which to be fair, I haven't actually done millions. I've probably done 10 or so playthroughs of Sword and Shield, but I just love Dreadnought so freaking much. And he will continue to be a part of my favourite lists and teams going forward in the future and whatnot. In fact, now I've said it, I'm going to do another rerun of Sword. We'll go for Sword, and I'm going to make sure there's a Dreadnought on my team. But visuals, Dreadnought had to make the list for my rocks. And following suit, and another reappearing Pokemon, it's Colossal. He was on my fire type list. Yeah, again, just like Dreadnought, just like the fire type list, just like all of that. Same sort of reasons. I like Colossal, and when I introduced him, I thought, what an interesting, unique, fun way to have a Pokemon line from Roly-Coly to Charcoal and all that kind of stuff, the way it evolves. And when this bad boy goes into his big whirly-dirly form and he's all like a big furnace and shit, he just literally looks like the entranceway to hell. It's quite scary, it's quite intimidating. Plus, I know we can get fucked up by a hell of a lot. You know, the rock and fire isn't the best combo. There's so many weaknesses. But I still like rock types and I still like fire types. Combining the both, just freaking so amazing, and he is the epitome of just awesome rock type Pokemon. And I think I said it on my fire type list, but if not, I should have said it. But what I always say, visuals, to when I say there's a Pokemon that I think is probably epic, it's because it's a proper Pokemon-y Pokemon, and that, to me, I get that feels off him. Number 8 is Hisuian Arcanine. Yes, a Pokemon I didn't include in my fire types because I thought there's a lot more just, when we look at the fire aspect, awesome. But when it comes to the rock typing, I knew that he was going to be on the list. And it's a Pokemon straight away I fell in love with. Not just because I'm already in love with Arcanine and Growlithe and what the whole line being one of my favourite lines of all time. But the Growlithe design's amazing. He didn't quite make the list, but the Growlithe design's amazing and it's fun and it's silly and whatnot. And then this Arcanine form, or Arcanine, it just looks so cool. The darker tones, the harsh dark sort of browny grey of the tail and whatnot, the bits coming out of the neck and stuff, it just looks so fierce and scary. And the whole mythos that went behind Arcanine, saying about how he's originally going to be a legendary and whatnot, it still fits in with this design. Like this you could see, and it was technically kind of a little bit legendary in Legends Arceus, because obviously we had our different boss battles, and I know they're not legendaries, but they're unique in the way they have to fight them, and they're a bit more special feeling about them. But Hisuian Arcanine, I fucking love you. Number 7, it's Lycanroc in any of its forms. I don't care if you want to go for the scary midnight wolf or the early morning or the little bit in between with a little bit of green light, you know, the sun coming, leaving and whatnot and getting the special Ashy Boy one. Any of them, I don't care. Lycanroc is an amazing Pokemon. Rockruff is an amazing Pokemon. What a cool, amazing, interesting Pokemon to introduce into the games when Sun and Moon were released, and you got this little rock type puppy that had multiple evolutions. Well, just had 2 at the time, but now gets 3. He is so amazing. They are so fucking cool. The werewolfy aspect, the design, the colours, the differences between each of them. Oh, I just love them so freaking much. And again, like Dreadnought, Rockruff has been on plenty of different teams when I've run through the Sun and Moon games, or the Ultra and Ultra Moon games, because I fucking love it so much, because it's so amazing. Rockruff, you are a beast. Rock, you are a beast. I love me some Lycanroc. I do like Rockruff, but I meant to say Lycanroc. Number 6 is Rampardos. Yes, we talked about Bastiodon in my Steel videos, and he's definitely up there for the Steely boys. But Rampardos, as it comes to just Rocky Bad Boys, I think I favour him because he's the big, stupid, smashing your head off shit. Remember that little one that you saw in the Jurassic Park? Not the newest one, not the piece of shit one, the second one. No, whatever it's called. We saw that one just smashing through walls. Them dinosaurs have always been fascinating to me, because apparently there was a rumour as well, they used to suck their thumbs to sharpen the thingies, but sometimes they would stab the back of their necks by accident. Fucking idiots. But I love this pure rock type Pokemon, fossil Pokemon, one of my favourite actual mythical, not mythical, but actual dinosaurs to exist and stuff. And the design's great. Everything about this Pokemon's fun and fantastic and awesome. And like I said, it brings the act like Kabutops and Omastar. Yes, they feel prehistoric and whatnot, but when we're talking fossil Pokemon and bringing dinosaurs back, this has one of them epic feels. And again, Pokemon, in my opinion, fucking love him. 5, nice and easy. It's got to be Onix. It's got to be Onix. He's got to be on this list. Onix, I said this a million times, so I'm sorry that I'm repeating myself. It's not a legendary Pokemon, but it's a legendary Pokemon. He is so iconic at this rate. He is so iconic. When you're matching up against Brock and Onix being the big baddie, it's the first real ace we ever get to fight in any Pokemon adventure. It was my first ace, because, you know, Onix being Rock's ace, and you get to the Pewter City gym like, oh, here we go, I'm ready for Onix. But I always mostly start with a Bulbasaur, so it wasn't too difficult. But it still means a lot. Onix is a Pokemon that still always means a lot. It felt very unique and powerful and badass, and like an extra bossy sort of Pokemon, even in the wild and whatnot, when you were going around in the early stages on your first few playthroughs of the early games. And I just always loved Onix. Sorry, again, mega repeat myself, can't help it. It is one of the ultimate Pokemon feels. I remember as well when I first started playing the Let's Go games, and Onix was popping in the wild, and I was like, oh my god, I actually freaking love you so much. The noise, the look, the design, the unique episodes. Crystal Bloody Onix. Onix, I fucking love him. I fucking love Onix. Number 4 is Almaldo. This one's a funny one, because it kind of doesn't go with the ultimate fossil rule for me. Because yes, it does look prehistoric-y and whatnot, like, you know, crustacean and shit. But, you know, as for me, fossils, I want them to be a little bit more dinosaur-y. But I get this is very Jurassic, and, you know, the jungles, like I said, crustacean and whatnot. And crustaceans are in the water, whatever. But he's epic in the derpy rule. I love the derp boy with his eyes fucking out here, and he's just chilling. Great, fantastic design. Sorry, I'm repeating myself. I can't help it. This is top tier, god level Pokemon feel for me as well. He is just... He looks like a fucking Pokemon. It's probably because he is. The design-wise, the colour-wise, the little story behind it. Who's the fucking Cradily? Cradily? Yes. Fucking yes. Is the counterpart of the fossil Pokemon. How you find him in particular, just chilling there in the desert and whatnot. He is so cool. He is so amazing. He is so badass. I love me some Almaldo. I want to get him tattooed on the leg at some point, if there's room. Once we've blended everything in, I don't know. I love free. Right, I'll get all the easy, stupid shit one out. Legendary Pokemon. Definite god tier Pokemon feel. Right, so it's out there, done, dusted. It's Golem. How can you not love Golem? Again, such an iconic, badass Pokemon, whether you're matching up against, you know, sometimes... when you're matching up against, when Ash was matching up against Blue, Blue would send his out, and we had the whole Charizard Golem sort of battle. Absolutely fucking beautiful. I'm trying to think, who else did Blue have a Golem for a while? No, he had Ride. Fuck no. Giovanni had a Golem though, didn't he? Fairly certain he did. But Golem's always been an iconic, massive, amazing, beautiful, badass Pokemon with this little lizard in a rock. I had to include him in the electric list. I'm having to include him extremely high up as well on the rock list. He's been there since day dot. And then again, I ran through the Legends game with the big alpha Golem because it just looks so amazing. Like the design is perfect in every single way. It's annoying on the early days of playing Pokemon when it was just me and I didn't have a late cable at the time. And I really wanted Golem on the team, but I had my Graveler. I was like, when is it going to evolve? Having no idea I needed to trade it. I was like, I just really want my Graveler to evolve. Next thing you know, you get later on in the game, you're beating the Elite Four, and you're like, oh, my Graveler's not evolved. So it was just absolutely heartbreaking. But I love Golem with all my heart. He is a fucking beast. He is welcome in this world of Pokemon forever and ever because he's a beast. It looks amazing. Fucking love Golem. Rhydon, you may have noticed I haven't gone for Rhyperior, but I think Rhyperior, although it is a great looking Pokemon, it doesn't hit as the same as Rhydon for me does. Rhydon is the pinnacle of that evolution line. It looks the most aesthetically pleasing as well. Rhyperior is a bit ugly with its tails, freaks me out a little bit, but Rhyperior is cool. Rhyhorn is cool, but Rhydon is where it's friggin' at. Not only has he got a flag in the argument of who is the first ever Pokemon, you know, it's between Mew, Bulbasaur, Rhydon, Arceus and all that kind of shit, because it's officially the first ever Pokemon properly ever designed, and it's always had this, right? This Rhydon is top tier, but not only top tier, number one, and it probably stands to reason because it's the first Pokemon ever designed, and why I see it that way, I don't know. But it is the most ultimate Pokemon-y Pokemon. When I think of Pokemon, right, I think of all the ones that I love, the Pidgeotos, the Venusaurs. But he's always up there as well. When I mention and think about Pokemon, I think of Rhydons. Or I can see Rhydons here, there, and every friggin' where. He is so amazing. Again, he's been in some iconic teams. He's been in some iconic matchups and whatnot. Yes, I do love Rhyperior and I do love Rhyhorn. They just don't hit as hard for me. Rhyhorn, in fact, probably hits more than Rhyperior does for me as well, actually. It's probably Rhyhorn and Rhydon at the, you know, I like Rhydon. I get why they have made it the evolution line, and I understand it, and it is cool, it does fit. But maybe would have just made it its own sort of Pokemon, just chilling out there doing its thing. But Rhydon, wow, you are a beast, and I fucking love you. Number one is Tyrantrum. Big, massive T-Rex. Right, let's get down to it. Pokemon-y Pokemon has that epic feel, but it does exactly what I want the fossils to do. It wants to be a big, slavering, scary, menacing dinosaur, epic dinosaur. I'm just to kind of give away the climax, that little rant there halfway through. But it's a massive T-Rex. It's a dragon type, which is also badass. It looks fantastic. I got the little Babby tattooed because I freaking love the logo. Again, I think all I had enough room for that was that. Went on a daydream there. But oh my god, he is just so cool. He is so amazing. Whenever I've done X and Y, he is often 9 times out of 10 on the team. I have to have him on the team because I love him so much. So powerful, so badass, cool type matchup. Great design. And it quite literally brings dinosaurs to the present of Pokemon. And I'd love to just see a full Pokemon prehistoric game. I don't know how it would work out because we know people going on catching, but somehow, I don't know, we did Arceus. Send us back in time and just let us see them roaming the world and just ruling the fucking Pokemon world. Ripping like little, I don't know, ciphers apart. Just, give me the cipher juice. And then we have visuals. That was my favourite rock type of Pokemon in my weird Italian accent. But please let us know what Pokemon are your favourite of the rock variety. I think coming up next on my list of notes that I'm doing, down there. I'm fairly certain I'm doing normal type next, which is a type I should have done quite early because normal type's a weird type for me. It's like I like it, Pokemon that come from normal. I love certain Pokemon, but the type itself, I'm like, just normal. It just, fire, water, electric. Normal. Yeah, it just doesn't hit right with me. But visuals, that was my favourite rock type Pokemon. Let me know what you think of my list in the comments below. Let us know who your favourite is. James, I know your comment. You always have some fantastic shouts, and like you always mention a lot of Pokemon that I always think they were going to be in there, but for whatever reason, I just felt like, and again, these lists might all change in 5, 10, 15, if I'm still here, years. So fuck knows. But visuals, thanks so much for watching. That was my 10 favourite rock type Pokemon of all time. And remember to keep being you and keep on, keep it on. I need to go sort my hair out.